This month's videos are brought to you by Video Rangers Podcast, your one-stop podcast for 80s movies and TV. Check them out on iTunes and Google Play. Everybody, and happy Saturday. I'm back out with Chris Cinema Manne here on this beautiful, lovely, fantastic day. Oh my gosh, the rain is coming down like crazy. Actually, it's starting to stop a little bit now, but like 20 minutes ago, it was nuts. We could barely even see when we were driving. There's police cars and fire engines and ambulances driving everywhere, so obviously it's pretty nuts out right now. But anyway, so we're out. We're gonna head towards Hershey, Pennsylvania, hit up all the Goodwills and thrift stores and all the good stuff out that way. We are currently at our first stop, Goodwill. So, all right, let's go in. Let's see what they got. And it looks like what they got is plenty. Lots and lots and lots of DVDs, VHS, all kinds of stuff to pick through. Plenty of records, who knows? As always, maybe some laser discs. You never know. What is this? That is pretty cool looking. Some records there. Neat. But all right, guys, let's dive in. All right, well, again, plenty to pick through, but it's kind of coming up a bit empty-handed. I did find one anime here. Actually, Chris found this and said, hey, do you want it? And I'm kind of interested, so I think I might grab that one. But as far as everything else, nothing. So many records down there. I'm not going to even bother to look through all of those. It's just going to take forever, so not going to do it. So it looks like this is about it as far as DVDs and VHS over here are concerned, although they do have some more over here, some more VHS over here. Chris is already diving through these. Yes, all the children's VHS are over here. Anything good? No, not finding anything. All right, guys. So,
I think these were like movie ones.
yeah, I think we'll pass on those. All right, so I'm thinking this might be about it, but we saw the rest of the store. Maybe there's some Disney mugs? Oh my God, what happened to the baby's hands? All right, I don't usually go for these kind of plastic collectible Disney mugs, but look at this one, this King Mickey Mouse. That is really, really cool. It's only $1. Again, not usually what I pick up when it comes to Disney mugs, but I think if I don't grab it, I'm gonna kick myself. Now this is really, really cool. They actually have a dual deck VCR here. This is awesome. They're only asking $4.97 for it. Really good deal. Of course, I don't know if it actually works or not, and this thing weighs about 1,000 pounds. I mean, that is a beast right there. That is pretty cool. It's not really something I need though. But it is really sweet and it's absolutely beautiful. All right, well, I think that is about it. Starting things off a little slow. I don't think Chris found anything he wants to pick up at all, did you? No, I did find a few things actually, which I'm gonna grab in this really cool Disney mug, so I'm gonna grab that. Oh, what is that? Is that like CD? Really? How much is that? $5. We can listen to it on our trip today.
Yeah.
I'll pop it in the CD player. All right, so maybe Chris did find something after all. He does love his Gettysburg. 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 Loves his Gettysburg. All right, guys. Again, I think that is about it. So, all right, let's get out of here and head on to our next store. Okay, we made it to our second destination, Salvation Army, and it has gone very chilly out. Dropped about, what, 15 degrees or so in the last hour. I'm bumping into you, right? 15 degrees or so in the last hour. It was about 75 degrees when we left the house, and now it's 50 degrees. It's insane that this crazy storm came through and brought this cold front through, and now I'm freezing. Very glad I brought my jacket. But all right, into Salvation Army. Oh, thank you very much. All right, let's see what they got. And onto their very, very clearly marked movies. So lots of VHS, an okay amount of DVDs, and an okay amount of CDs as well. Some records, very cool. Chris is already diving in, finding some possibly interesting things. So they have some more Gone with the Wind sets. We've been coming across so many of those as of recently. So, okay. I don't see anything off the bat. Ooh, it's me, it's my movie. I've always wanted to see my movie. What is this about? Yeah, I guess the king of the Israelites, and that is correct. I am the king of all the lights. At night, I turn them on, and in the morning, I turn them back off. So, all right, let's see what they have. Hopefully there's at least something in here we want to pick up. This looks pretty interesting. A movie I've actually never seen or heard of, The Railway Man. I don't know, but Colin Firth. Looks pretty interesting. $3. The synopsis sounds fantastic. I'm pretty sure I'm going to absolutely love this film. So for $3, I'm going to grab it. And they have plenty of Chucky. I love this. We have Seed of Chucky, Child's Play 3, Bride of Chucky, and Child's Play 2. Very cool. I, of course, already have those movies. I do not need them, but it is really nice to come across these in a thrift store. Very awesome, but again, I already got them, and at $3 a piece, not even worth picking up for the store. They actually have a pretty decent selection of CDs here. Things like The Lion King and Van Halen, Rat Pack, awesome, Three Doors Down, Foo Fighters, Ministry. That is a really cool find right there. This is definitely something I'm picking up. Some King Missile. I absolutely love that band. Really good song on there I gotta introduce to Chris. But what makes this store just absolutely amazing, and their CD selection absolutely fantastic, is not just one copy, but 2 copies of the Spice Girls Wannabe single. Well, first I come across a dual VCR, and now check this out. I'm loving it. We have a CRT DVD combo. That is pretty sweet. Oh, this stinks. I am no longer picking up Disney park merchandise, just mugs, because that's really all I have room for. I don't have room to display anything else. And yet, I'm extremely tempted right now because I just came across 2 amazing items. Look at this. Oh, that is so cool. I forget his name. Do you remember his name? It's the mouse from Dumbo. I don't remember his name, but look at that. Oh my gosh, that is absolutely amazing. But the one I'm really in love with, this is, by the way, only $3. That's awesome. Look at this cool Tower of Terror Goofy. Oh, this is only $2, but I don't have room for these. What would I do with them? Seriously, they would just go into a box. They would just collect dust. I have no need to grab these. Chris is actually thinking about picking that one up. I'm still tempted to pick this one up, but again, what am I going to do with them? I don't know. I just need to walk away. but I really kind of want to get the Rainbow Bright also. Am I spitting at you guys? Sorry. Well, unfortunately, I'm only seeing one Disney mug, and that is this Tigger #1 dad mug. What's all these Tigger mugs I've been coming across recently? And although this mug is absolutely 100% true, it's not really something I want to grab for my collection. Annabelle's. All right, well, that was it for Salvation Army. Picked up 2 titles. That was it. Chris grabbed a few things here as well. So, okay. I have no idea what our next door is, but on to it. Just look at that beautiful sunset. What crazy weather we are having today. All right, we are at Extremities Entertainment, a store I do not usually hit up, but as you can see, buy, sell, trade, music, movies, and video games. This is a pretty interesting store, and the reason I don't normally hit up this store is because it is very overwhelming. There is a lot to look at in here. I've been here once before, and I walked in and went, I don't even know where to begin. There's so much to see. I'm starving, so I really don't feel like spending like 3 hours here, but that's pretty much what you gotta do to find the good deals at a store like this. So, all right, hopefully we will be in and out. Chris is pretty interested. He wants to check out this store, so. Oh boy, all right, let's go in. Okay guys, so as you can see, I was not joking. This store is insane. There's so much to look through. Chris has already dived into the Blu-rays. Tons of DVDs, tons more DVDs. And hey, guess what? Tons more DVDs. As you can see, this is why this store is just, it just takes forever to look through everything because there's so much here. Look at all these Blu-rays. Seriously, this is gonna take forever to go through. Totally worth it if you take the time. It's whether or not you want to take the time. It's crazy, it's nuts, but it's awesome. And their deals are actually fairly decent here, so. All right, we have our work cut out for us, and as always, let's get to work. So of course, first thing Chris does is dive through the movies. Smart move, but I decided to dig through the Game Boy games and actually came across something here I want to pick up, some Frogger for only $2. Not a bad deal. Chris, you find anything at all? Not yet, but again, we still have our work cut out for us. We've only just begun to scratch the surface of what this store has to offer. So, all right, gotta continue on looking. All right, Chris, you ready? Yeah, we're spent. Like our eyes are starting to hurt. It's just it's so overwhelming. It's like when you walk into a store like this, which again, I mean, just look. I mean, seriously, a store like this is just so overwhelming. Your brain just starts spinning and your eyes don't know where to look, and it's overloaded. Every one of your senses just goes like nuts, which is
because
what?
See that mirror there? I walked around the corner and I thought that was another section.
Yeah, Chris
so I saw
Chris
him.
actually thought the mirror was another area. We're losing it. It's just there's so much to look through, but it's awesome. I mean, sensory overload isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's kind of fun. It's just there's so much to look through, and I don't even know where to start or where to stop or what's going on. So I found a few things. I actually found a little bit of everything. I found a game, I found a movie, and I found a CD that I want to pick up. So all in all, not too bad, but I think that's about it. We're both pretty hungry, and we're just losing it, and we need to get out of this store. Even though it is awesome, it is amazing. I mean, again, tons of movies, just games, music, all kinds of stuff. A mirror that Chris thinks is another room, and all right, so that is it. Let's get out of here. So I gotta say, I think Chris did pretty good. Yeah, he got some awesome documentaries. What, that really cool History Channel documentary?
Yeah.
I won't tell you guys what it is. Yeah, you'll check out his channel and see what he picked up. But yeah, he got a really cool History Channel documentary that I'm pretty jealous of.
I got one History Channel, one National Geographic, and one PBS.
Well, the PBS I already had. The Nat Geo is pretty cool, but you know, it's like I can live without it. But the History Channel documentary, I'm jealous, Chris. I'm jealous. I would have liked to got my hands on that, but all right. Anyway, on to our next door, or on to food or something. I don't know, but we had to get out of there. My brain was about to just start oozing out of my ears. And on to the Blue Mountain thrift store. I'm so tired. That last store gave me a headache. So, excuse me if I don't sound as enthusiastic as I have in the rest of the video. Not to mention this store is, I shouldn't even say hit or miss. It's mostly miss, but you never know. We're driving past it. We gotta check it out. Ooh, and let me be a gentleman here.
Oh, thank you.
Yep. Was that Roseanne's mother? Well, all right, this is pleasantly surprising. They actually have a decent amount of movies. Usually when I come in here, this is completely picked through, not very much going on, but actually an okay amount of DVDs and VHS. Of course, some records, and Chris is diving through all the CDs, which there are a ton of. I have a feeling I'm not going to look through those, but all right, as always, let's see what they got. All right, well, guess what? That was a complete bust. Not a single movie, CD, not even a freaking Disney mug. So, okay, I think there's one more store we're gonna go to. There's a Goodwill down the road. We're gonna hit them up, and then we need to get food because I am just starving, and again, I have a headache, and that last store took everything out of me. All right, one more stop. Goodwill, which is a Goodwill that I've hit somewhat big at before. They usually have a decent amount of stuff in here. I can't even talk anymore. I feel like I'm just like mumbling my words. Am I making any sense to you guys? I have no idea. Again, I'm so tired. I'm so hungry. My head is pounding. All right, let's see what Goodwill has if I don't fall asleep first. And here we go. Their okay selection of movies. It looks like they've actually been fairly well picked through since last time we've been here. I don't think they have nearly as many as they did last time. All right, well, Chris is already diving in, so I guess I should join him. Now, it looks like the only thing I have any interest in whatsoever is this video compilation. Pretty cool, some awesome bands on here. Unfortunately, it scratched the hell, so I don't think I'm grabbing anything. But at least they do have some VHS here in the back as well, so who knows, maybe some good titles back here. Is this it? Just this and this? They used to have a lot more. I guess that's it, so. Okay. This is really interesting, guys. They have a ton of VHS with these plastic cases on them. They're not squeeze and shake cases. They're just those kind of plastic protective cases. I want those like really, really badly. I'm not gonna pay $1 a piece for them though. That's way too much. I'm almost tempted to just go up front and be like, can I just have the cases? Of course, the prices are on all the cases, so I have a feeling they're gonna say no. But I mean, look at these. All of these. Every single one of those has a protective case. That's insane. All the ones down there. These must have come from some collector's home or something. There's a bunch over here as well. I would love to just grab all those for like $5 or something. I'll just take them all, but I don't see them being nice enough to do that. Interesting though. Okay, so I did break down and I did actually go up to the front and ask, would they sell me just the protective cases? And they said, yes. Unfortunately for 47 cents a piece. So 50 cents a piece, not a bad deal, just not a great deal either. And as such, I'm gonna grab just $5 worth. I'm not gonna grab all of them. I would like to if they were maybe like 25 cents a piece. I might grab every single one, but at 50 cents a piece, I'm just gonna grab about $5 worth. I think that's a pretty decent deal and an okay amount. I think Chris is gonna grab some as well. I mean, why not? For 50 cents a piece, again, it's not a bad deal. Why not pick a few up? I got mine right here, so yeah, all right, gonna grab those. Still need to look around. Maybe they got some Disney mugs. Who knows? Actually, as it turns out, I'm gonna grab one title. I'm actually gonna pick up some Spectacular New Adventures of Casper. They do have 2 volumes on DVD, but from what I can tell, these episodes are not on those volumes, so yeah. Grabbing that. So no Disney mugs yet, but in the toys, I came across these really cool track sets. Cinema Sickness Jr. has this just a gigantic, amazing, awesome track set, and we're always buying pieces for them and sets for them to connect to it, and it just makes this huge, awesome set. It's really, really cool. I'm actually kind of jealous. I like playing with it myself. He does not have this cool car wash and this, I don't know, like construction site. He doesn't have these. They're $1 a piece. I'm getting these for him. Still no Disney mugs. I mean, that is unless I want to change my name to Don. All right, guys, well, that looks to be about it. We did find some interesting things, though. Not the greatest haul, but at least we got these really cool cases. Those are pretty awesome. At 50 cents a piece, again, not a bad deal. So had to grab a few of those, but that does look to be about it. So, all right, let's get out of here and let's get some food because we are starving. Annabelle? Food. I need food. All right, Rat Friendlies. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Where are you going? Go inside. I want to eat. All right, our food has arrived. I'm starving. I'm certainly gonna dive in, but I don't know about you, Chris. I think they might be kind of skipping today on the food. Yeah, like that's it. That's my meal. Usually, there's a lot more French fries, and it looks more full. Like that's. I feel like I got a kid's meal, so I don't know. Chris didn't get much either. I mean, burger, I guess his burger's normal, but still, like, just a little handful of French fries. I don't know. Figures the day I'm like starving is the day where we get gypped. At least we get ice cream though with our meal, so that's good. But all right, I'm gonna dive into my delicious chicken fingers and cocktail sauce. Oh yeah. All right, I am feeling much better now that I've eaten, gotten some delicious ice cream in me, and took some migraine medicine as well, which I'm sure is kicking in. The caffeine is getting me pumped up. So we're making one last stop. We're actually almost home, and we are here at no, not Goodwill, not Target, Walmart. We're at Walmart. I actually have not been to Walmart in, jeez, probably since last time you and I were at Walmart was the last time I was at a Walmart.
Last weekend?
No, it wasn't last weekend. That was like a month ago.
No.
Yeah, it was. It was. Anyway, so
Seems like it's every weekend.
look at that. It's like we're an old married couple. What was I even saying? I don't remember. But oh yeah, I used to come to Walmart like once, twice a week, and now I just never come to Walmart anymore, which is a shame because they have good deals. So haven't been in here in a month. So we're gonna go check out Walmart, see what they have, and hopefully we'll find something. I don't know. They can be hit or miss sometimes. So Chris just came across this really cool History Channel set. Look at that, Liberty. Pretty interesting. I was looking at the copy myself. Unfortunately, it does say, I love how it says on the front, 7 documentaries, which is stretching the truth a little bit since what it comes with is Founding Fathers, the mini-series, which is, 5 episodes long. So they're counting each one of those episodes as a documentary. And then it has a bonus feature from the documentary, or from the mini-series, 10 Things You Did Not Know About the Series. So they're counting a special feature from Founding Fathers as a documentary, and then it comes with biography, Paul Revere, The Midnight Rider. So pretty cool, but I already have Founding Fathers, a miniseries, so I don't really need that. And I'm not gonna, I mean, it's $5, which I guess for a biography about Paul Revere is kind of cool, but yeah, it's only $5, good deal. But since I already have Founding Fathers, I'm not gonna pick it up. And shame on History Channel for very, very, very much stretching the truth on what exactly a documentary is. But I think Chris is gonna get it because he is digging that kind of thing, and he does not have Founding Fathers yet. So awesome. Me, I'm still looking around for something. All right, guys, so I think that is pretty much about it. Chris, what are you grabbing anything at all? Nah, he's just grabbing one thing. Me, I might be grabbing one thing here. I found something pretty cool in this like clearance section that I think might be priced incorrectly. I think they may have put the wrong sticker on it because it seems really, really cheap for what it is, but I don't know. I'm going to test my luck. We'll go up front, see if that's what it rings up for. I'm not sure. We'll find out. But I may get a really amazing deal when we get up front. We will see. But otherwise, I don't see anything. I need to pick up some really cool titles that I would love to grab, but not for the prices they're asking. So, all right, this looks to be about it. Let's get out of here. Let's go home and take a look at everything I picked up. Oh, and if you want to see everything that Christopher here grabbed, head over to his channel, link down below in the description of this video. You can check him out on YouTube. He goes by Cinema Manne. That's M-A-N-N-E. Again, link down below in the description of this video. He picked up a lot of cool stuff today, and you can take a look at all of it in the very near future. So, all right, again.
Subscribe.
Oh, and subscribe to him. Yes, definitely. You can see everything he grabs all the time. I mean, he's a Batman fan. How would you not want to subscribe to him? He's a Batman fan and a fan of America. So, all right. And again, let's go home. Let's take a look at everything I picked up. Okay, back home from yet another fun-filled evening media hunting with Chris, aka Cinema Manne. Again, link down below in the description of this video. Check him out, give him a sub. So tonight, as you saw, we decided to run all the way out to Hershey, Pennsylvania. And the reason why we went out there is because on the way out there, there's a ton of awesome stores to stop at. Lots of thrift stores, stores like that record shop, and other places we even didn't stop at. So lots of cool places to hunt all the way out to Hershey. And tonight, we hit up a lot of them and found some pretty good deals. I have to say tonight wasn't anything major. I don't have a major haul here to show you, but I still found some okay deals. So let's take a look at what all I got. And first up is what Chris actually had for me. When he showed up, he actually had some goodies for me. And he gave me 2 squeeze and shake cases. You guys know I love these kind of things. I can always use these for my VHS. I would love someday to have my entire VHS collection just protected with squeeze and shake cases, and another kind of case I picked up tonight that I'll show you in a second. So, yeah, it's my goal to someday do that. It'll probably never happen because I don't come across these frequently enough, and they're way too expensive online to ever do that, but I always want to get them when I can get them. And Chris was apparently out and about and picked up some VHS, and these were on them. He didn't want them, so he gave them to me. So cool, so awesome. Squeeze and shake cases. Again, I could always use these. That's fantastic. So okay, where do we hit up next? We hit a Goodwill up first, and luckily it had stopped kind of raining by that time, because we got like maybe a half hour out onto our trip, and all of a sudden the rain started coming down so bad we couldn't even see out the window. It was nuts, and it started like hailing a little bit. I ended up having to park underneath a bank, like drive-through ATM, because it started to hail, and I didn't want my car to get destroyed. So just it was crazy. Luckily it was just like a 10-minute storm, and then it went away and got very, very cold, unfortunately. But we made it into the Goodwill and found some okay deals there. So, all right. I ended up picking these up, although I'm not entirely sure I'm really going to keep these, and that is 2 Disney mugs. These are pretty cool, though. We have a flounder. Look at that. I love it, and as you can see, it does open up there, so a fun mug. And this cool, like, King Mickey Mouse, which is really neat. Are these from, like, a float? What's these? These are from, like, a Disney World, Disneyland float. I don't know. But they're cool. It's just, do I want these, like, plastic mugs in my collection, or do I want to really stick to ceramic mugs? I'm not sure. So these were $1 a piece. I figured for $1, I'm going to pick them up. I'm going to like hang them up, and I'll make my decision then. If I like how they look hanging up, maybe I'll keep them. If not, they were $1. It's not that big of a deal. I can live with spending $2 if I don't plan on keeping these. So they're neat though. I do like them. They're really awesome. I'm just not sure if they're what I want for my collection. I don't know, but they are pretty cool. So whatever, $1 a piece. I grabbed them. Had they been any more than $1, I would have passed on them. Then I grabbed some VHS, and this is something I already have, but I just grabbed it for the box because the box that it comes in is really cool, and it's this awesome like Charlie Brown Peanuts collection. It comes with the Charlie Brown and Snoopy Show Volume 2 and Happy New Year Charlie Brown. Why does it come with, like, why doesn't it come with the Charlie Brown Snoopy Show Volume 1? I don't get that. Anyway, I just grabbed it because I love the box. Like, that's just, the artwork on that is so cool. I'm really hoping the fact that they taped it doesn't ruin the box. I'm going to try to take it off so gingerly. Let's hope to God I don't destroy this box. But it was just cool looking. It was $1, so I just love the artwork, and that held me sold. I wouldn't have grabbed it for any other reason, but the artwork is just awesome, so I had to pick that up. Then this, you guys can let me know about this. This is Lucky Luke Daisy Town. I'm not sure what this is. It's a 75-minute long, like fully animated, full-length animated feature. I don't know anything about Lucky Luke. This is a new one for me, but the animation looks fantastic. Like, who did the animation for this? It looks really good. Like, almost like, yeah, like I want to say, like Disney or even, like Looney Tunes. It's actually put out by Buena Vista, so I don't know if this is anything Disney related, maybe not. I'm not sure. I don't know anything about this. You guys can clue me in. Leave some comments down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you've seen this, let me know what you think of this. So it looked cool. Unfortunately, like some damage there to the artwork, but you know what? It's neat looking. I love animation. I figured I'd pick this up, but this is a new one for me. I feel like I should probably know what this is, but I don't. So oh well. And then this, I kind of just grabbed on a whim. Actually, Chris came upon this and said, you know, I don't want it. Do you want it? And I figured, yeah, this is Animated Classics of Japanese Literature. This is Bachin Part 1 and 2 and Student Days. So, Japanese with English subtitles. These beautifully animated episodes are based on masterpieces of modern Japanese literature. So, some anime here, I don't know, it was $3. I grabbed it, but again, you guys can let me know if you know anything about that. So, $1 a piece for both of these, pretty cool, and $3, not bad. Okay, where the heck did we stop next? I think next, if I'm not mistaken, we stopped at, I think it was the Salvation Army. So, picked up 2 titles from there. We have Railway Man for $3. This looked great. I love Colin Firth. He's one of those people who I'll pick up a movie just because he's in it. And it looked interesting, and then I read the synopsis, and I was pretty much sold. I figured for $3, it seemed like a great deal. Seems like a really, really good movie. If you guys have seen it, let me know what you think down below. Somebody left a comment recently about, like, when I say leave a comment down below about a movie, I'm not really asking you to tell me, like, about the movie. I mean, you can, and I appreciate that, but I kind of want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear you go like, oh, this was a great movie because this happened in it, and I like this, and I think this person did a great job acting. Like, I want to hear your thoughts. That's what I want. I mean, obviously, I could look up information on any of these. I could go to IMDb or you know, whatever, look up all the information. I go to Wikipedia, see the entire plot. I mean, obviously I could do that, but I want to hear your thoughts. I want to get like personal feelings from you guys. So that's why I do ask you to leave comments down below about movies. I love when you guys do that. I love when you say, this is a great movie, I loved it, or I hated this movie because of this. You know, I love that. So, Railway Man, if you've seen it, leave a comment. I want to hear your thoughts. So it looks great though. I have no doubt I'm going to love this movie. $3 seemed like a steal for that. And then I had to grab this. We have King Missile Happy Hour. Oh, I haven't heard this album in so long. King Missile is an interesting, like, alternative rock band from the 90s. They're an interesting one. The reason I grabbed this, and I guess I'm gonna say earmuffs, kids. If you're watching with a kid right now, earmuffs. There's a song on here. It's kind of King Missile's like sort of hit song, which I find kind of weird because it's like, why was this like a hit? It's a song called, and again, earmuffs, Detachable Penis. That is the name of the song. It's all about a guy who has a penis that's detachable, and he wakes up and doesn't know where it is, and it's a weird song, and I love it. It's such a goofy song, and I had to grab this because I needed that song back in my life. It's so weird, and I played it for Chris, and sure enough, he was like, what are we listening to? This is the strangest thing ever. So King Missile, weird band, $2 for this. I had to get the CD back. That's awesome. I used to own it back in the day, so very, very cool. They had some other good CDs as well, but I passed on them. Next, I think, next we hit up the, what was it called? That record store, Extremities, like, Entertainment, or Extremities Exchange, or something weird like that. It's got a really weird name. So this store, I love this store. It's great. They have great prices. I mean, not everything's priced great, but I mean, for the most part, a lot of stuff's priced pretty well. They don't price stuff too high. There are some things I'm like, wow, this actually should probably be priced higher. So good deals at this store. I do like this store. The problem is that there's so much to look through. It's kind of like going to FYE. It's overwhelming. If you go into the store, if you want to find all the really good deals, you're going to be looking forever. You really need to just bunker down and start digging through everything. The deals are there. You just got to find them, and you got to find them in this whole sea of media. Games, music, movies, just tons of stuff, so much to look through. And even Chris agreed, like, this is a lot. Like, he was looking, and he was getting, he was going crazy. I was going crazy. In fact, I started off, like, looking at the CDs, or looking at the DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff, and I was like, oh, you know, heck with this for right now. So I went over, I actually dug through the video games, and I found something I wanted to pick up, and that was Frogger's Journey. Look at that, for the Game Boy Advance. I love the Frogger games. They're so much fun. They only wanted $2 for it. I picked it up. I had the Frogger Advance games. They're great. I'm not sure about Frogger's Journey, though. I don't know if this is like that or if it's a little bit of a different game. It might be, I know I played a Frogger game I think was like a side-scrolling platform, so maybe that's what this is. I'm not sure, but regardless, it was $2. I figured I'd pick it up. It's Frogger. That's really cool. And then after that, I went, well, the CDs are right here. I'm going to look through the CDs. So, again, Chris is off digging through the movies, and I'm I'm missing all the good deals. So this is great. For $5, I picked up, this is called At War with Society. Really good punk rock compilation. So many good bands. Christ on a Crutch, UK Subs, let's see, Loudmouths, No Use for a Name, Reagan Youth, Swingin' Utters, Anti-Flag, Snap Her. Oh my god, such a good band there. Any other bands I actually recognize? The Nukes. Let's see. Boy, there's other bands on here right now. But anyways, it was such a great album. So I used to have this back in the day. It was one of those compilations I used to listen to all the time. So for $5, I had to pick it up. And I'm sure they had a bunch more CDs that I would have loved to have grabbed, but it was difficult. I wish, you know what, I think I've already explained this to you back in the day. I miss when I used to go into a record store and they had like a punk and a ska section. Do you guys remember that? For anybody who's into that type of music back in like the mid to late 90s when like punk and ska like went through this whole like revival and got really big again, you could go into record stores and they'd have a punk section and a ska section. I used to go right to those sections and just pick out music from them. Now it's, you know, it's just all mixed in with the rock and it's so hard to find this stuff. I miss those days. I want to go into a if I ever go to a record store again and they have like a punk and ska section, it's just I will praise the owner of that store. I miss those days. So I looked through, there was some okay stuff in there, but priced a little higher than I wanted to pay. But $5 for a great compilation that I absolutely love, I had to pick up. And then I finally went over to the movies, and at this point I was like, oh my god, like there's just so much to look through. I don't even know. I skimmed over everything. I saw a couple things I was interested in, but the prices were a little high on some of the stuff I wanted, so I passed. And when it came down to it, I was like, I'm not going to go through all this tonight. At this point, I was hungry. I was tired. We had a few more stores to stop at before we were going to eat, so I was like, forget it. I went over. I looked through the HD DVDs, and I found a title I actually didn't have, and that is The Getaway on HD DVD. I have it on DVD. I don't think I have it on Blu-ray. I don't know. I have it on something. But I do not have it on HD DVD. So awesome. An HD DVD movie for my collection now. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is my first HD DVD starting with G, which is kind of weird. I looked up my list of titles I have, and it goes from like F to H. I was like, well, where's G? So awesome. So The Getaway on HD DVD. Very cool. I paid $5 for it. Awesome deal. So I had to grab that out of my HD DVD collection. And that was it for that store. Again, Chris, like, he was like, I totally understand why you never go in this store. It's just, it's cool, but there's so much, it's so overwhelming. It is. I'm sure I'll go back in there again eventually sometime, but might be a little while, so we'll see. But cool store. All right, so after that, we hit up another Goodwill, and I found some okay stuff. I grabbed the Spooktacular New Adventures of Casper, which is cool. It's a Christmas-related release, which I love. Comes with Christmas in Peril and 3 Ghosts and a Baby, which, if I'm not mistaken, are 2 episodes that are not on the DVD release. They did a 2-volume DVD release. I have both of them, but I believe these episodes, again, are not on those volumes, according to what I saw online. I'll double-check after I'm done this video, but from what I saw online, those episodes are not on those releases. So, had to pick this up. 2 episodes I don't have. That is really, really cool. Had to grab it. Love me some Casper. And then, well, actually, I'll show you these next. So I ended up picking up some stuff for Cinema Sickness Jr. These cool track sets. Look at these. These are awesome. They were $1 a piece. So what's cool about these is they go to a big system. Like, who puts these out? Is this Fisher Price or... No, this is VTech. VTech has these cool sets. These are awesome, and you can collect them. They're all different, tons of different sets. I think he has a garage set. He has like a rocket spaceship set. There's... I don't even remember. He has so many different ones of these, and they come with all these like different road tracks, and it's all this stuff, and it's this whole big setup that you keep building and adding to make this whole big town and stuff. It's pretty awesome. In fact, there's a picture on like the back of one of his packaging that I remember. It was like this guy and his kid sitting down playing with this huge set that's like sprawled all over the living room, and I'm like, someday that'll be Cinema Sickness Jr. and I. It'd be great. So my son and I we have a blast playing with these. So I found two pieces he didn't have. He doesn't have a car wash set, which is cool. It's got this piece there, and like you slide the car along, give it a car wash. In fact, look at that, spin it around, get them all clean. That is really, really cool. He's gonna love the car wash. That's fantastic. And as you see, like, it just clips onto the road, which is cool. And then this one he's gonna absolutely love. This is like a construction zone, but as you can see, it's got this like thing. So you put the car in here, and it goes down, and then it comes down. He's gonna love it. It goes down. He's gonna freak out over this. He loves this kind of stuff. So very, very cool. What's that say? Does this move? I guess it doesn't. I don't know why it's showing. I don't know what that means. I'm very curious about... Oh, no. You know what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to dump stuff off a truck, it looks like. or dump a car. I'm so confused. I guess you can either dump stuff off a truck down here, or I guess you can put a car down it according to the top. I have no idea. Either way, I guarantee you, he's gonna love it. So $1 a piece for those? Yeah, I had to get both those. As you can see, they like, they get snapped together like that. So he's gonna love it. I had to grab those for him. Anytime I come across any of that track at a thrift store or something like that, I always pick it up for him because he just loves those things. He plays with them for hours. And then this is really cool. I got a whole bunch of these cases for my VHS. So not only got some squeeze and shake cases today, but some of these fun like sleeve protectors, I guess you want to call these. These are awesome. There must have been a collector who gave his who donated his VHS collection, or I always feel bad. I'm like, I hope it's not somebody who died. Like, you never know. But there was a ton of VHS there, all in like protective sleeves like this. It was really cool to see. It was pretty awesome. And the weird thing is, it's not even like they were like rare or hard to come across tapes. It was like very common titles inside sleeves like this. So I don't know. Again, must have been a collector or something, which is really, really cool. So I wanted these. I did not need the tapes themselves. I just wanted the sleeves. So I thought, they're probably not going to do it, but what do I have to lose? They're going to say no? That's it. I can deal with somebody saying no. So I figured I'd ask. So I asked if they could just sell me these and keep the tapes to sell, to somebody else. I mean, they're going to be making more money off me if I do that way. And the lady goes, well, I gotta go ask my manager. She went and asked, and the manager said yes, but apparently the lowest number they have in their system that they can ring something up for is 47 cents. Or so they say. I guess that's true. I didn't really look around, but I think that's right. When I go to Goodwill, the more I think about it, I don't really see anything else for like 47 cents, anything lower than 47 cents. So that might be correct. So she said 47 cents is the lowest price we have. If you want to pay 47 cents for them, we can do that. So I figured that's not a bad deal. 50 cents for these, not too bad. So I picked up $5 worth. So I grabbed 10 of these. Awesome. 50 cents a piece, not a bad deal. I would have loved to have grabbed more had they been 25 cents a piece. In fact, Chris and I were talking, and like, had these been 25 cents a piece, we would have just taken them all and then split them. He would have grabbed half, I would have grabbed half. That's what we would have done. But again, at 50 cents, I grabbed $5 worth. I think Chris grabbed like $7 or $8 worth of them. So he got a lot as well. So very, very awesome. Very cool. I got to take all these stupid dollar stickers off now, these 97-cent stickers off. But regardless, very fantastic. It's nice to have a bunch more of these in the collection. I will certainly use these. I love putting them on things that, a lot of times I'll pick up VHS just for the artwork. I'll be like, this is really cool artwork. I want to have it for collecting reasons. And when I do that, that's when I get one of these bad boys, because, I got to protect the artwork. So, fantastic. All right, and then the last thing here I picked up, this I grabbed from Goodwill, or no, I always say that. I always say Goodwill when I mean Walmart, and Walmart when I mean Goodwill. I have no idea why. Something I've done for many years. I'm sure I messed up many times. You guys probably noticed it. So we decided to stop into Walmart. We were driving past. I haven't been into Walmart since like last time Chris and I were in a Walmart. It's been maybe like a month or so. So he was like, yeah, let's go in, let's check them out. And not too much going on. Nothing I really wanted to pick up. But they had this like clearance section that was kind of hit or miss. There were some good deals in it, but it was stuff I already had. Although I saw 2 copies of this, and this was interesting. It has a price sticker on the front of $3.74. So I'm not sure that's right, especially since it says Warner and NOES 2010, Nightmare on Elm Street 2010. Is that when that movie came out, the remake? This might be for Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm not sure, but they were both marked with these stickers, and I thought, okay, this doesn't seem right. This seems like a mistake, but it's how they're priced. They got the sticker on them, so I'm gonna take them up front. If they give it to me for that price, awesome. If they don't, then no big deal. Whatever. Again, what do I have to lose, right? Whatever. So I took it up front, and sure enough, it scanned like $25. So I did say something. I said, oh, there were 2 copies back there. There was this copy, another copy. They both have these stickers on them. Are they supposed to be that price? Because he scanned the back, he didn't scan the front. And he goes, oh, I'm not sure. He's like, they might be. I think it's actually they were actually priced incorrectly. I was like, okay, well, never mind then. And he goes, oh no, don't worry about it. And he does his little thing and overrides the price, and I ended up picking this up for only $3.74. So awesome. So I took the chance. I figured, what do I have to lose? I just don't get it if they're not going to give it to me for that price. But they did. They gave it to me for a price. They had them stickered, which I guess is probably the right thing to do. Somebody incorrectly stickered these, but that's the price they have them marked at. So I guess, again, it was probably the right thing to do. So yeah, $3.74, and that is the Dolomite Total Experience. Check that out. That is great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 movies? That is awesome. So really, really cool Dolomite collection here for $3.74. Had I known, well, no, probably would have been a hassle. I feel like I should have grabbed both of them now, like maybe got one for the store, but I don't know. They were priced wrong. I'm sure somebody went back there and took the sticker off after I was done buying this. But still, it was really cool to get this for so cheap. That was awesome. Again, I just took the chance. You never know. Took 2 chances tonight, and they paid off. I took a chance on asking about the cases, the sleeves, and got these for 50 cents a piece. And I took a chance of taking this up front and seeing if it would ring out for the price. They had it marked, and sure enough, they were able to do that. So very, very cool. Tonight was a night of chances. So awesome. So all in all, a decent night. Not a huge, amazing haul, but some really cool titles. And you know, regardless whether I picked up anything or not, I just had a fun night with Chris. It's always fun going out with him and doing some media hunting. Whether I come back with a lot of stuff or a little bit of stuff, it doesn't matter. It's all about having fun with my friend, and we definitely had some fun. So, all right, there you go. And with that, it is very late. I am very, very tired, and I am going to bed. So, as always, guys, thank you so much for checking this video out. Be sure to hit that like button down below. If you want to see a brand new video from me every single day, then hit that subscribe button, and you're going to get one. And, of course, don't forget to check out Patreon.com to help support the show, Spreadshirt.com to grab yourself a Cinema Sickness t-shirt. Told you I'm tired. And Instagram to check out the Cinema Sickness store to pick up some awesome media. Links to all that can be found down below in the description of this video. Again, that is it. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye. Just look at that beautiful sunset. So we are at a store now that I don't usually stop at. In fact, I've only ever been here once before, and it is Extreme Entertainment. As you can see, it says buy, sell, trade, music, movies, and video games. Pretty cool place, however. Woo, yeah!